Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from Sociolinguistics, and first we would like to introduction about our team. The first one is me, Aida, Niehaya, and Zuhair. My student number is 83201900031. The second is
Alifia Wulandari, my student number 83200190011.
And my name is Shendy Sasprieta Putri with the student number 83201900034.
okay. This is about our first journal. Okay, the title is A Sociolinguistic Perspective on Gender Pattern in Instagram. Today, I would like to ask my friends, and my friends will to answer my question. And the first question is, what is the title of this article?
The title of this article is Sociolinguistics Perspective on Gender Patterns in Instagram.
Okay, the second question, what is this article talk about?
This article talk about focus on the gender patterns that were found in the social media Instagram based on the sociolinguistic point of view.
Okay, the third, what is the volume of this article?
The volume of this article is 14, number 1, 103 until 113.
Okay, where is this article published?
This article published on 2020.
Okay, who is the writer of this article?
The writers of this article are Sri Yuliani, Ari Mulyani Ahmad, and then Ikel Sri Noviati.
Okay, nice. And who is the reviewer of this article?
The reviewer from us, Alifia, Aida, and Shendy.
Okay, where is this article reviewed by the reviewer?
This article reviewed by the reviewer in 23 January 2023.
Okay. This is about a long answer. This question is, what is the background of this article?
The background is sociolinguistic study, the relation between language and society. They are interested in explaining why we speak differently in different social contexts, and they concerned with identifying the social function of language and the way it used to convey social meaning. In sociolinguistics, there are 7 aspects in the sociolinguistic research as follow. First, social identity from the speaker. Second, social identity of the listener that involve in the communication process. Third, social environment. Fourth, synchronic and diachronic analysis of the kind of of the social dialect. Fifth, the difference of point of view by the speaker for the kind of speech. Six, variety level and the kind of linguistic. Seven, the practical apply of sociolinguistic research. Different people, different gender, different social status, different environment, and different social class will have different point of view in using social media. There are some people who have different point of view, will have different language. Education people will have good point of view, and they will have good language. They were 30 users ID in this study, so that there were 30 characters and had 30 points of view, also exposed 30 different language that they use in social media Instagram. The application of linguistic in society depend on the society itself. Although the same gender, age, and social status, they will be applied the language in different ways. Society has their own characteristic as the identity.
Okay, this was a long explanation. And the next question is, what is the purpose of this article?
So the purpose of this article, based on this, the researchers would like to find out the usage of the social media network in terms of social linguistics perspectives on the both sexes in Instagram.
Okay. What is the objective of this article?
In this article, have the objective are what types of the gender patterns that were found in the social media Instagram based on the sociolinguistics and the factor of the different language used based on gender in social media Instagram.
Okay, thank you. This is a long answer. What is the research method of this article?
So the research method of this article was descriptive research, which aimed at describing the finding in qualitative ways. It discussed about data collecting which have been taken from the documentation. The writer took 13 Instagram users' ID in Pekanbaru as the sample. In collecting the data, the researchers collected the document in form of social media account, then grouped it into the gender. And then after getting the media account, the researchers screen capture those accounts from Instagram user ID caption. And next, the researchers list the gender patterns based on social linguistics point of view, and then analyze the gender patterns based on the indicators of social linguistic perspection. And the time allocation of observing this phenomena of Instagram usage by the two gender was during 2 months. And the total of capturing photos was more than 135 photos and only 13 photos to be sampled in this research. The researchers took two genders, which are male and female, of their expressive photos. Then 5 models of emoticons were used in this research, namely cognitive appraisal, bodily symptoms, persuasion action, facial and feelings expressions.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. The next question is, what is the result of this article?
The result of this article, there were two main items to be answered and analyzed in this result finding. First was type of gender patterns was found in expressive photos taken, and the second was the factor of the different language used based on the gender in social media Instagram.
Okay, thank you. The last is, what is the conclusion of this article?
Okay, so the conclusion of this article is the result findings in sociolinguistics are really interesting to be observed, especially in gender patterns. The differences exposition in using language and pictures from these two sexes show that the purpose and intention of the uploaders, however, the viewers and followers are getting different perspective and views. This research is valuable to enrich the other research to be explored because some discrepancies and the challenging movement of technology occur rapidly and under young. Exploring more about the effect of gender patterns in using language both in positive and negative ways might be research in the future, hopefully. And this research give more enrichment for other researchers in doing the same aspect of gender patterns.
Okay, thank you for Alifia and Shendy Sasprieta. And next, we would like to next to our second journal. This is about globalization and culture, a sociolinguistic study. Sandy? Oh no, Alifia, time is yours.
Okay, I want to ask to you, Aida and Sandy, to the second article. So, what is the title of this article?
Okay, the title is Globalization and Culture, a sociolinguistic study.
Okay, the next, what is this? What is this article talk about?
So this article basically examines the concept of globalization and culture as well as the study of sociolinguistics.
Okay, so the next, what is the volume of this article?
Again, the volume is 45, number 1, 1056. 5076 to 1048.
Okay, so when this article published?
This article was published in 2020.
Who is the writer of this article?
MD Zahidul Islam.
And then who is the reviewer of this article?
The reviewers of this article are Alifia, Aida, and Shendy.
Okay, and when this article reviewed by the reviewer?
This article reviewed by reviewer 23 January 2023.
Okay, so what is the background of this article?
Okay, so I will explain to you about the background of this article. First, science and technology now has created the possibility and even like the likelihood of global culture. The fax machine, satellite, and cable TV have swept away the national cultural boundaries. The report 2022 opines that global entertainment companies shape understanding and dreams of ordinary citizens wherever they live. The local culture are inevitably falling victim to global consumer culture. For instance, English language, as observed by Tukus Dubrow, 2002, is gradually but steadily eradicating the local dialect, while consumer values, according to the report, are overwhelming people's sense of community and social solidarity. For instance, globalization has increasingly knit together the world created unity out of great diversity. Genes, note that Coca-Cola, Disney, and McDonald's symbolize the process along with Sony, and then Shell Oil and IBM to influence global consumer tastes. They are known and consumed all over the world. In addition, there are powerful companies that drive globalization forward, creating new laws, new business process, new ways to eat and drink, new hopes and dreams. Frida observed that there are optimists and pessimists who have contradicting views. She states that optimists look forward to global village linked all together by internet and benefiting from our increasing material well-being. On the other hand, are pessimists seeing a frightful corporate tyranny destroying the environment and culture and sweeping away all that is healthy and meaningful for human existence. Probably this is why Whelan predicts the deteriorization, which he describes or calls the end of geography and the end of sovereignty. And then this paper therefore examines the concept of globalization and culture as well as the impact of globalization on the culture.
Okay, thank you, Shendy, for the long explanation. And the next, what is the purpose of this article?
And the purpose of this article, this paper examines the concept of globalization and culture as well as the study of sociolinguistics. It also scans the impact of globalization on culture. Since the turn of the millennium, globalization has become a major focus in sociolinguistics and discourse analysis, investigating themes such as learning and teaching in diverse urban classrooms.
Okay, the next, what is the objective of this article?
The objective of this article is to explore the global culture relationship in the context of sociolinguistics, and then to recognize humans' cognitive processes, and then to cram society and man's position in global culture, and then to reflect the necessity for sociolinguistics and cultural proficiency, and the last one is to show the gender-related language variation.
Okay, the next, what is the research method of this article?
Okay, there is a method of this article. The research is based on secondary source data. The information has been collected from library, fact, textbooks, journal, reports, and other internet sources to be paid as the result. All the data are studied centrally to achieve the objective of the study.
Okay. So, what is the result of this article?
The result of this article is globalization should restore people's dignity, sense of identity, continuity, and security. In the word of Marley, 1981, until the philosophy which held one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, there will be no peace anywhere in the world.
Okay, the last. What is the conclusion of this article?
Okay, the conclusion of this article, globalization is firstly determining the cultural practice among the people. Those words law are left behind and from indication. Everyone seems to be in big rush not to be left behind. Culture of the developed economy has taken over the local culture. Many people of the globe prefer the cultural practices of the developed countries. From the foregoing, it is observed that globalization is characterized by keen competition and an aggressive quest from supremacy by various pretending people and interest groups of the world. Ajayi 2001 note that globalization is a continuation and expansion of Western imperialism. This is because to him it is this is a fresh praise and recolonization of some parties of the world which attempt to continue the promotion of Western linguistic heritage and literacy aesthetic canons at different language and literature. For example, the recolonization has imposed on cultural values on African society and Nigerian culture, thereby distorting the African value system and identity. This is achieved by first stressing increasing this disturbance of the art and culture on Nigerian. Nigerian culture is portrayed as less functional and perhaps inferior to the culture of other people of the world. This is why the people are losing their thoughts of the natural environment, including the indigenous landscape, settlement pattern, and mode of architecture. According to ONI 2001, the performance of African in the emerging scenario will be a function of the ability and commitment of African leaders to mobilize the productive force and continent for development. This is because African and its people have through its music made positive impact on the manual sensibilities of the world. He stated further that he book controls knowledge dominate the world. Since the advanced countries control knowledge that flows to other countries of the world, they benefit more from globalization. Okay, and from the first journal and the second journal, in first journal a little explanation in the background, and the second journal a lot of explanation, but this is about a plus minus from the first and second article. I think that's all enough. Okay, we have to close this presentation. Thank you for understanding and sorry for our mistake we ever have and we have ever made. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Pak Sigit.